Hey everybody, Ann here. Yep, good boy Papa. I haven't even had my coffee yet. I got a fire going. I got to get outside and take care of those chickens. Come back inside and make me a wonderful breakfast. I want you guys to see something. Take a look at that. See that smoke coming off the top of that heap? Well, I don't think it's on fire. It's definitely not on fire, but this pile, it's below freezing. I mean, it's like 30 degrees out right now. And this pile is already starting to heat up and compost. You can hardly see it, but you can see it over here. About 5 minutes ago, it was going a lot more. So, I mean, I can stand next to this pile and put my hand on it, and it feels warm. So, it's doing what it needs to do. That is so cool. Here's today's breakfast. That is a quiche, and for the crust, I just used a corn tortilla, and it's got dehydrated veggies in it, like tomato flakes, red and green bell peppers, jalapeno peppers. It's got some Colby Jack cheese on the top, a little extra water because of the dehydrated veggies, and a banana nut loaf, mini loaf, and it's got a crumble top on top. So, I don't know how long this is going to take, but I know it's going to be good. Oh gosh, look at this. This looks so good. The quiche is done. I'm going to put this back in just for a couple more minutes because the center needs a little bit more. This looks delicious. This little nut loaf, I could have let it cool off for a little bit longer so it could firm up a little bit. But I was hungry, so it's kind of crumbly, but that's okay. It's still delicious. I've already tasted it. And now this, see that? That crust turned out fine. Gonna just take a taste of it. Holds together very well. Perfect. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, absolutely delicious. Well, the sun came out and it's starting to warm up a little bit. It's turning out to be a beautiful day, so I'm gonna get some work done, but before I start on the work, I just wanted to kind of talk about something that's been going on the internet. Well, recently, yes, but it's been going on since time immemorial. Let me just tell you. So, another YouTube channel, I don't know if they consider themselves homesteaders or builders or I'm not really familiar with the channel, but somebody sent me a link to a video they made about being cyberbullied by they call the mob or whoever it is that's doing this a psychopath. And well, I've had some experience with that too. Yeah, people have come down into my comment section, and it used to really bother me to the point where I almost shut down my comment section altogether, which is what they've done. And some very hurtful things were said, and the individuals who would say them, it's almost like they would, well, first of all, most of the time, they wouldn't even make them on the most recently released video. I get roosters, a whole bunch of roosters. Anyhow, they would make their comments on an older video so that maybe only I would see it. And it's almost like sometimes they would study me and trying to figure out what they could say to hurt me the most. And I gotta admit, at first it kind of stung, but then I started recognizing some patterns and the similarities of the posts. And I just kind of took it for what it's worth. There's some sickos out there on the internet, let me tell you. And like I said, I almost shut down my comment section, but then I thought, you know what? Part of what I like so much about my YouTube channel is the people down in the comments section. They built that community. I didn't build it. They built it amongst themselves. They get down in there and they talk to each other and they laugh and they have a good time. And it's like a community. And you know what? I'm not going to take that away because a few bad actors are going to come in and meticulously try and ding me here and there. Um, so what I ended up doing is just taking a heavy hand. I wrote a whole list of guidelines. I'll put the link down below in case you don't see it. I used to put it on every single video, but I don't anymore. So I'll show you the link in the description of what my guidelines are to post in my comment section. And it slowed down after that. I also lost subscribers because when you start putting your foot down and you're not going to let people talk to you in that way, and they know that they can't get to you, they'll move on to somebody else. So you'll lose subscribers. I have lost a ton of subscribers since I started heavily monitoring my comment section. But you know what? Free speech, I'm all for it, but it also has consequences. You walk into my house and you're going to, diss me. I'm going to kick your ass out. Yeah, I am. Bye-bye. And that's the consequences of your speech. So a freedom of speech doesn't come without consequences. But that's not what this is all about, is it? There are some really messed up people on the internet. And this channel, and I'm not going to address the channel. I'm not going to tag them in my description or my title or anything like that, because I'm just going to cut that off right from the beginning. The mob that will descend upon me and say, well, I'm just trying to get views to, be tagged in this video sequence. And lots of people are making videos about it right now. So I'm not going to change my icon or anything like that. Yeah, the only entity that I will change my icon to is my Savior, Lord Jesus Christ. And I don't think he's involved in this. He's watching, though. He's watching. Anyhow, so apparently, well, they said that they were being bullied for 5 years. People were harassing them, saying, awful things, driving by their house, actually, and just all that kind of ass hattery. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, that's disconcerting. If true, that is very disconcerting. And one thing that I would like to beseech you all is to pay very close attention to what I'm saying so that you can understand the full message I'm trying to get across. Anyway, let me continue. And so what happens is I don't really think it's a psychopath. I don't even think it's dealing with sociopathy. I think it boils down to narcissism. The people who have made awful comments to me and who have subsequently been banned, a lot of times they'll leave walls of text, okay? And they want to make sure that you know in detail that, number one, I know more than you. The commenter knows more than me. And that they know in great detail of how to do things and why I'm wrong. And it's like the proverbial pat on the back to themselves that they can post this wall of text and make it seem like they are the know-all, end-all. They have to be superior to you and everyone. They're the negative Nancys, the people that will tell you you're doing it wrong. And so I just block them. And narcissists will use a tactic. They will utilize mob mentality. They will send out their flying monkeys. And you know what flying monkeys are? You've seen the Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, right? Well, flying monkeys are the individuals that narcissists and sociopaths use to go out and do their bidding. A narcissist or a sociopath needs to see their destruction in action. They need visual cues. They need auditory cues. They need to be able to see the damage that they are inflicting on others. So they will get this mob and manipulate them and get them to go out and do things to their target. It could be a specific target. It could be an ideology or It could be anything, whatever it is that's in their head that they need to know, that they need everybody to know that they're better at. They will get their flying monkeys. They'll manipulate them and get them to go out and harass people and do things or say things. And sometimes not even harass people, just to make gestures that they can see so that they know that these people are under the control. So I'm not addressing you narcissists or sociopaths out there. You're beyond help. There is nothing that anybody can do to change you. So I am addressing you flying monkeys, because there's a lot of you out there. You pile on, you're stupid enough and weak enough in the head to be manipulated by these people, these narcissists, these people who think they are superior and they can tell you what this is and what that is, and in great detail, when in practice they probably really don't know what they're talking about. They just look something up on Wikipedia. Anyhow, so it's you flying monkeys that are really the problem, because without flying monkeys, narcissists and sociopaths couldn't do their bidding. So you flying monkeys that are out there doing this, that, and the other in support of the narcissist to try and inflict the damage that they want to see on a person or a political ideology or a faith belief or whatever. They're sending you to do their bidding, and you're doing it. How stupid is that? Oh my gosh. I mean, if this narcissist, if the big top bully pointed at you and said, go set yourself on fire, would you do it? No, you would not, because you know that fire burns and it hurts. Well, they're telling you to go out and set somebody else on fire and hurt them, and you're doing it. You're dumb. Yeah, you're just ignorant people. So if you find yourself in the midst of a narcissist or a sociopath, and they are trying to convince you to go out and do this, go out and do that, are you going to do it? Really think for yourself and research the facts and details of what they're trying to tell you, and ascertain on your own whether or not you want to get involved in that. And sometimes, narcissists, they can be family members, they can be friends, they can be coworkers, and it is so hard to deal with a narcissist, believe me. I know. You got to set boundaries. And, if you have faith in God, and if you read the Bible, you will know that Jesus would never ask you to go out and form a mob and hurt people intentionally. Jesus would not manipulate you to make changes in your own life or on your own channel or whatever in order to satisfy some wicked need. No, that's not what Jesus would do. So just kind of do what Jesus would do, Listen to these narcissists, hear them out. If they have a point, they have a point. But if they are telling you to do and say mean things, and if they're trying to convince you that they're a victim, because oftentimes narcissists will see themselves as a victim, and they will concoct these huge stories about other people, about themselves, in order to gain sympathy, and then the manipulation comes after that. So you flying monkeys, you need to really think hard about what you're doing, and just don't go along with the crowd. Question everything. I know I do. I trust very few people. But the last thing I'm going to do is shut down my comment section. I have a huge list of words that words or phrases that if you put them in the body of your comment, they will go to my review bin and nobody will see them. I will see them and I will decide whether or not you meant malice or not. You would just laugh. You would laugh your butt off if you saw all the different words and phrases and names and whatnot that I got on that list. And it just makes it so much better, because your comments don't get to go through. I mean, there's the usual words like the N word or the S word or the F word or the C word. You can all figure them out. but there's a lot more in there that you don't get to say on my channel. And I do that because I want to protect the other people that are down in my comment section. And I want them to enjoy, you know, communicating with me and communicating with each other. Well, Mr. Lucas, chickens are free ranging. I gotta let mine out. Anyhow, so that's what I want to say on this. Is you flying monkeys, you flippin' flying monkeys. You need to just stop and think about whether or not what you're doing is hurtful. And and sometimes the narcissist will devise ways to create their own little troop of flying monkeys with just a bunch of alternate accounts, and they all talk back and forth to each other. Yeah, it's so funny. A lot of the times when I get the big long walls of text criticizing me or, diminishing whatever it is that I've done that I felt really good about, immediately there's another person underneath responding to them, kind of like a concerned troll sort of the way. Y'all familiar with concerned trolls? Well, look it up. It's a thing. It's not called that much anymore nowadays, but yeah, there's a lot of concerned trolls out there on the internet, and it's just, it's hilarious. So yeah, I'm not shutting my comment section down, but people typically don't bother me anymore. And I don't know why that is, why it's changed now from before. Probably because I don't get as many views anymore. I've got a lot of people blocked, and I don't know. I think it's because I don't assert that I'm an authority on anything. y'all know, I mean, I call it another Anne's janky build, and I am upfront and close to you, telling you that I don't know what the heck I'm doing most of the time, but I keep trying, and it does hurt a little bit when people, like, after I've really tried and I've tried to do something, somebody comes in and knocks it down. They want to knock me down a notch. Well, you can't, because I realize that I have come a long way, and although I'm not prideful of what I've done so far, I'm not confident about what I do, but I'm gaining a lot of satisfaction over all my little janky builds. And I think people see that and they see my vulnerable side. But if I ever try to speak with authority on any subject, that is when the mob descends. And that's when the narcissists come out and they just, she's too right about that. She is too right about that. I need to knock her down. So it's just typical. So if you have a YouTube channel, this is what you got to deal with. And if you have a comment section and you heavily moderate it, you will lose subscribers, because most of the people on the internet, they don't want to just watch your videos. They want drama. They want intrigue. They want to get involved in vicious, drama. And once they find that you are not going to offer that to them, they're going to go away and find a place that they can get that from. So even though I don't get hardly any views anymore, I've got a great community in my comment section, and I love them all. And I'm not going to do anything to let that get screwed up. So take that for what you will. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, and y'all have a good one.